Hello everyone, hope you all are good and I hope that you have been watching all the video lectures of chapter 1 on regular basis and thoroughly. We are going to continue with the same chapter that we have been doing, which is chapter 1 from part 2, accounting for share capital. This is the 13th lecture and you should watch this lecture till end for complete understanding. Before we proceed, let us quickly revise whatever we have learned so far. We have understood about the meaning of share, types of share capital, procedure for issue, journal entries, call in arrears, calls in advance, then 4 feature of shares was the last topic that we have done. In the previous lecture, the exact previous lecture to this, we have solved 3 sums from illustration 9, the 3 short sums of illustration 9, and in today's lecture we are going to finish the last sum, the last short sum from illustration 9, which is again about 4 feature of shares. Yes, so let us see what does that sum say. Before we proceed, let me clarify one thing. While we were understanding the concept of 4 feature of shares, there were 2 journal entries given to you, of which one I have explained and the second one I have not explained. The first journal entry that we have understood, on basis of the same we have solved 3 short sums of illustration 9. Yes? And fourth sum presented on your screen, page number 25 in your textbook, the very first chapter from part 2, illustration 9, is based on the second journal entry of 4 feature of shares. Yes? So I will explain this question, I will explain its answer, the journal entry for 4 feature I will explain, and on the basis of that you will be able to understand the second journal entry which is given for 4 feature of shares, which is previous to illustration 9. The 2 journal entries which are given I am talking about, of which one I have already explained and the second one I have not explained. And this sum is based on second journal entry. But for easy understanding, I am explaining sum at first. Yes, then it will be clear. So let us proceed with the fourth sum. It says P Limited had issued shares of rupees 10 each at 50% premium. So firstly, this is issue of shares at premium. This is issue of shares at premium. What is the face value of shares? It is rupees 10. What is the amount of premium? 50%. Now, firstly, 50% of rupees 10 is how much? It is obviously rupees 5. So the issue price of shares is 15 rupees, which is 10 plus 5. 10 rupees is the face value of the share. 5 rupees, the 50% of 10 rupees, which is 5 rupees. So 10 plus 5, 15 rupees. Further, company had called rupees 4 with application, rupees 8 including premium on allotment, and rupees 3 on first and final call. You see, this way it is 15 rupees. Firstly 4, then plus 8, then 3. 4 plus 3 is 7 and simply 7 plus 8 is 15. Now the only important thing to be understood here is this one. Rupees 8 including premium. Premium is 5 rupees, which is 50% of rupees 10. So here 5 rupees is of premium. Out of 8 rupees, 5 rupees is for premium. Then obviously of allotment it is only 3 rupees. So 4 plus 3, 7 plus 3, 10 rupees. This is the face value. And here 3 plus 5, 5 rupees is of premium. 5 rupees is of premium. Alright. Now further, Shri Jigar, who holds 600 shares, paid only application money to company. Jigar has paid only application money. He did not pay allotment, nor did he pay first and final call. Obviously, if he did not pay the amount due on allotment, he did not pay the premium even. Yes, premium 5 rupees is here. Yes. Further, the company forfeited his shares after first and final call. Give a journal entry in books of company for forfeiture of shares. Let us see what is the journal entry for forfeiture of shares. As I've said, the very first thing to be done is to debit equity share capital account. With what? With number of shares forfeited and amount called up. Please excuse me. Yes, this is not new. While writing down the journal entry for forfeiture of shares, the very first thing that we are doing is that we are debiting share capital account. If it is equity share, then we are writing equity share capital account. If it is preference share, you'll be writing it as preference share capital account. Alright? So equity share capital account debit 600 into 10. This is 600 here. Mr. Jigar, who was having 600 shares, share is worth rupees 10. Out of rupees 10, the company has completely called up rupees 10. See, you are supposed to treat the amount of premium separately, please. Yes, that is why I am talking about rupees 10 only here. Premium is to be treated separately. Alright, so 10 plus 5. So here if we are talking about the amount called up by company, it is rupees 10. So company has called up 4 with application, 3 with allotment plus 5 premium, which is not to be considered for now, and 3 with first and final call. So 600 shares have been forfeited, amount called up rupees 10. So 6,000 here. Further, if you have noticed, here Mr. Jigar failed to pay a call which included the amount of premium. It is 3 plus 5 here. Now this is for the first time. We have solved 3 short sums previous to this, and the first sum did not consist of the premium at all, and the sum that we have solved, which consists the amount of premium in it, was simply that the shareholder had paid the amount of premium. If I'm not wrong, the very previous sum to this of Kinjal, she had paid a call with the amount of premium. So as I said, if the amount of premium is completely received, then you don't have to consider it at the time of forfeiture. But if it is not received, then definitely you have to consider. So see, allotment has not been paid. Yes? See, it is written here, Jigar had paid only application money. That means Jigar has paid only application money to company. Yes? Rupees 4 is with application, 3 plus 5 with allotment, and 3 with first and final call. Jigar has paid only 4 rupees. Did not pay the amount of premium even, and 3 rupees of allotment. 3 rupees of first and final call also he did not pay. So, whenever the shareholder will not pay, I repeat, shareholder will not pay the amount of premium, the call which includes premium, the way it is presented here. During that time, it is to be debited in the journal entry of forfeiture of shares. Yes, because the amount of premium is not received, it is to be debited separately here. If the amount of premium was received in this case, then it was not to be shown in this journal entry anywhere, the way we have solved the previous sum. Alright? So securities premium account debit on 600 shares, rupees 5 premium is not received. Yes, a share is of rupees 10 and rupees 5 for premium is not received, and this is the reason securities premium account has been debited. Alright? Further, so what has the shareholder paid? Has paid only application money. So, to share forfeiture account, what do we write in this? The amount paid by the shareholder, the amount received by the company paid by shareholder. So, Jigar has paid only application money. It is clearly written here. See, Jigar, who holds 600 shares, paid only application money to company. So, application money is rupees 4. So on 600 shares, rupees 4 is only received. Further, the amount due on allotment is not received with premium. So 600 into 8. You might be thinking, ma'am, why 8? So 3 rupees of allotment is not received and rupees 5 of premium is also not received. In the previous sum, the amount of premium was received, hence it was not debited nor it was credited. Here it is not received and hence it is shown here. Then 3 rupees of first and final call is also not received. So we have written to share first and final call account. 600 into 3. 6,000 plus 3,000 is 9,000. Here also it is 9,000. Alright. I repeat, whenever the amount of premium is not received, yes, it is to be separately debited. And if the amount of premium is received, then premium is not to be shown anywhere in the journal entry of forfeiture of shares. Alright? Okay then, with this we complete illustration 9 and let us proceed further with a new topic which is of reissue of forfeited shares. You obviously know the meaning of forfeiture of shares by now. That means whenever a shareholder will fail to pay the amount due on any call, on allotment or first call, final call, even what will a company do? Company will forfeit the shares after necessary formalities. Yes? And after forfeiture of those shares, they are reissued further, which is reissue of forfeited shares. Let us read. Company can reissue forfeited shares. That means the shares which are forfeited will be reissued. For this, directors of the company have the full authority by law. Directors can reissue those shares at par, premium or at discount. These are the methods for issue of shares which we know very well. On reissue of shares, the company must get at least an amount equal to the amount not received on capital account on forfeited shares. It means at the time of reissue of forfeited shares, company can give maximum discount to new shareholders up to the amount forfeited. This is maximum permissible discount. There is a topic in the sums further that you will understand while we'll be solving sums practically. So right now I'm not explaining, but I'll just give you a simple example. What they're trying to say is that the forfeited shares can be reissued at maximum permissible discount. That simply means that the company should receive amount equal to the amount that was received previously. Yes, that means the company can give maximum permissible discount. Yeah? This you will understand in a better way while solving practical sums. So we are not going in detail in theory much. But if you will read it, this is given in your textbook on page number 27. If you will read it carefully, you will definitely understand. Let us read the last para. On reissue of forfeited shares, amount received from new shareholder is debited to bank account. Say for example, I have forfeited shares of Payal and I have reissued those shares to Himali. Yes. So the shares of Payal are forfeited and those shares are reissued to Himali. So the amount that the company will receive from Himali will be debited to bank account. If these shares are issued at discount, then amount of discount is debited to share forfeiture account. If I'll be offering any of the discount to Miss Himali, then it will be debited to share forfeiture account. Here, due to reissue of shares, amount of face value of shares is credited to share capital account. And the amount that is received will be credited to share capital account because the amount is received for issue of shares. Yes? So let us see. Yes, these are the journal entries for reissue of forfeited shares under different situations. Alright? For now, you are just supposed to understand these journal entries. When you will apply these journal entries in sums, the understanding will be better and completely clear. Okay, if the forfeited shares have been reissued at par, yes, you obviously know the meaning of the word par. This is the journal entry in such case. Bank account debit to share capital account. Yes. It is reissued at par. It is reissued at face value. Then if it is issued at premium, then bank account debit to share capital. Of course, here the amount of share will appear and here to securities premium account the amount of premium. Alright. Further. If the forfeited shares are reissued at discount, bank account debit, number of shares reissued, amount per share at which shares are reissued. This is at what price you will reissue the shares. Yes, जितने shares आप reissue कर रहे हैं और वही shares आप कितने में reissue कर रहे हैं वो. Share forfeited account debit. This is when you offer a discount. Yes, we have understood this in theory. Share forfeiture account. Alright, so number of shares reissued into discount amount per share. You will definitely understand this when applied in sums, so not to worry for now. Just listen to what I'm saying. To share capital account. Number of shares reissued into paid up amount per share. Alright, so these are the three journal entries for reissue of shares, reissue of forfeited shares in different circumstances. Firstly at par, then premium, then discount. But make sure at least you are aware about the topic of forfeiture before you proceed with understanding of reissue of shares, which is extremely important. Alright, so these journal entries you will write down once in your fair book for sure, and you will also learn it. You will understand it and you will learn it. Okay, so here is illustration 10 that we are going to understand. We have considered 2 questions for today, but let us see how many we can solve. Starting with the first one, you're supposed to write down journal entries for forfeiture and reissue of shares. So now an additional thing is the reissue of shares after forfeiture. Yes, you obviously know the meaning of forfeiture of shares, and you also know the journal entry. I mean, how to write down the journal entry for forfeiture of shares. So the additional new thing in this illustration and the sums given is the journal entry for reissue of shares, which is extremely simple. Okay? Fine then, let us begin. On 1/3/17, company forfeited 500 equity shares of rupees 10 each of Harnish. How many shares? 500. When? On 1/3/17. What is the face value of share? 10. Harnish did not pay rupees 3 per share in respect of share final call. They are talking about final call. That means the called up amount is rupees 10. Harnish did not pay final call of rupees 3. That means how much did he pay actually? He paid 7 rupees. See, they have clarified. 500 shares are forfeited. एक शेयर कितने रुपए का है? 10 rupees. Harnish did not pay 3 out of 10. That means how much did he pay? 7. Simple. On 2/4/17, company reissued forfeited shares at rupees 8 per share, which were purchased by Sanjay. Alright, the company has reissued these shares at rupees 8. Share है कितने का? 10. So if you compare rupees 10 and rupees 8, what do you conclude? That the share has been reissued at discount. 10 रुपए वाला शेयर अगर आप 8 रुपए में reissue करेंगे, definitely you have reissued these shares at discount. To whom? To Sanjay. Yes? Okay, so we are going to write down the journal entry for forfeiture, then for reissue of shares, and then an additional journal entry that I'll explain you once we are done writing the journal entries for forfeiture and reissue. Okay, this is the journal entry for forfeiture of shares of Mr. Harnish. He was having 500 shares. So firstly, on this date, equity share capital account debit, number of shares forfeited into amount called up, 500 into 10, 5,000. I repeat, equity share capital account debit, 500 into 10, 5,000. Then to share forfeiture account, it is 500 into 7. Why? You can see well here that they have said clearly that Harnish did not pay 3 in respect of share final call. That means obviously Harnish has paid rupees 7 out of rupees 10. Yes? So 500 into 7 here. Then to share final call account, 500 into 3. Why? Because Mr. Harnish did not pay rupees 3 per share in respect of share final call. So the amount which is not paid by the shareholder is separately credited, and the amount which is paid by the shareholder is credited to share forfeiture account. This journal entry is not new. We have solved entire illustration 9 on the basis of the journal entries that we have understood about forfeiture of shares. And this journal entry is also about a forfeiture of shares of Mr. Harnish. Yes, he was having 500 shares, 10 rupees each. He has paid 7 rupees. So the amount that is paid or the amount that is received by the company from shareholder is credited to share forfeiture account. Alright? Then the amount which is not paid, it is to share final call account. Yeah? Now finally, journal entry about reissue of shares. These shares are reissued at rupees 8. So bank account debit 500 into 8, 4000. Share forfeiture account debit. Why? Because these shares have been reissued at a discount. So in that case, 500 into 2 rupees discount. How? The price of the share is rupees 10. It was rupees 10 and now it is reissued for rupees 8. Then obviously the discount is rupees 2 and the discount is to be debited to share forfeiture account. To equity share capital account 500 into 10. See this journal entry we've understood here. This one. These shares have been reissued at discount. So we have written a journal entry for reissue of these shares. Alright. So this is very simple. The share has been reissued at rupees 8. So bank account debit, the amount is received by the company. Hence bank account has been debited on this date. And the shares are reissued at a discount. Hence share forfeiture account has been debited 500 into 2, 10 minus 8. 10 रुपए वाला शेयर 8 रुपए में reissue हुआ है. Hence the discount is rupees 2. To equity share capital account 500 into 10. Then lastly the journal entry share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve account 2500. अब ये अमाउंट कहाँ से लाया गया है? Share forfeiture account, the journal entry for forfeiture of shares. Here you have credited to share forfeiture account with 3500. Here you have debited it with 1000 rupees. So 3500 minus 1000 gives you 2500. This is about the amount. Talking about a journal entry. The amount of share forfeiture is to be transferred to capital reserve account. Which amount is this? This is the amount that was received from the shareholder whose shares have been forfeited by the company. So this excess amount is to be transferred to capital reserve account, of which 1000 rupees has been utilized for discount and remaining 2500 rupees have been transferred to capital reserve account. This journal entry is to be written in each and every sum after the journal entry of reissue of shares. So we have completed one sum from illustration 10. Yes, and that's all for today. We'll continue with illustration 10 in the next session. Till then, please stay home, stay safe and study well, and please finish your homework on a regular basis.